thank you to our patrons for helping make this podcast possible.
Hey, welcome back. It's your boys, Rav, Bill, and Mitch. We're over here. We're back, full team. We've been separated for so long.
Estranged.
Estranged. I mean, we did an episode where it was just Bill and I. There's been episodes where it's just Bill and Mitch. There's been episodes where it's just me, one. And I've missed y'all so much. It's good to be back. I'm sorry I've been busy and all over the place, but I'm here now, and I'm glad you boys are too.
I'm glad to see your shining face once again. It's shining from the shine
Hell yeah.
that you put on it.
Yeah, hell yeah. I haven't showered today. I've washed my face and brushed my teeth, but I haven't showered today yet. So I apologize if I feel perhaps a little crusty.
Yeah, don't worry. I showered, but I didn't wash my face or brush my teeth, so it kind of like works, you know?
Oh, it balances it out.
Yeah.
Also, I apologize for looking to the corner. That's where the screen's at, so that's why I'm looking over yonder each time.
At yon screen, for real.
So I want to talk about some really cool with you, Bill, and I bet you do too.
What could it be?
Fucking tour.
What could it be? A tour with you?
A tour.
What I say with you? With me?
With me? With you? Well, that's it. No. Yeah. Okay. We are going on a huge tour. A 30-city tour across the U.S. Bill and I. It's the Keep the Change Tour. You can get your tickets on keepthechangetour.com now. Get them before they're out.
Mm-hmm. They're selling fast.
And we're going with a bunch of people in select cities. You're going to get Square and No One Important is and more. You're also going to get Love Sad Kid and Dom and also Melty Cannon. Oh, and guess what, little fella and fellet and those beyond the binary. We are also bringing Mitch along. That's right, the crazy man himself, the bald one. Mm-hmm. He's coming with us.
The leader of the council.
The leader of the council. And we're really stoked, man. It's we've talked about this before. Touring is when I feel the most alive. And it feels like since the start of this year or the end of last year, you and I kind of locked in. We were like, yo, we got to do an album and we got to go on tour.
Yes.
And so having put out the Keep the Change album, and now having announced the tour after many, many months of preparation, it's so exciting. We're manifesting, Bill.
Yes, there's been a lot of effort that's gone into this point. We've been doing a lot behind the scenes. It's been really hard not to talk about this tour. Because it was like, we went so hard on the album. It was just like, go, especially after a certain point this year. And like, even in the creation of the album, I don't know about you, but for me, a lot of it was just like, dude, I want to make shit that would go off live. I want people to like be able, there were so many moments where I was writing this from the perspective of someone, like, we've done our own tours and we've done the EXO tour before, having that perspective of like, oh, this would be the moment where everybody yells this shit back with us or whatever, there's so many moments in Keep the Change that I was aiming to do stuff like that. A lot of it's high energy. I think it's going to be really fun to do a lot of those new songs. And yeah, it's been, we're with a new booking agent, and like it's a lot. It's been a lot more like hands-on and stuff like that. But it's been really fun getting like planning everything out, and I'm so excited to get back on the road. Like, I feel like the most stressful part of this is the announcing, and then now it's just like, okay, we can just like focus on letting people know that we're going on tour, and then just getting on the road. Like, that's the most fun part, So it's all
practicing our sets.
For sure, practicing our sets. Yeah, but
sorry, keep going.
Yeah, so I'm excited just to get back on the road, but I'm also excited too because this is the first time we've done a tour together where it's me and you, like, as kind of like a duo, I would say, like,
yeah,
I know that we're planning on like doing a duo set together, and that's good. Yeah, sorry. You're good.
Well, they don't know what you're talking about. If people who are listening to the audio, so you gotta.
Oh yeah, when you cleaned the lens like that with your shirt in a way that looked almost phallic, it was good.
Okay. Glad that interrupted your flow of thought. I apologize. I was trying to do that while you were talking so that it wouldn't distract, but I'm glad if we're all about that now. Anyway, tour's coming. We can't wait to talk about it on this episode. You are now tuning in to Void FM.
4050 deep, why don't you turn around and let's back it into the table. Okay. Let this turn around to your right. Set up. Forward. I just made him. Alright, let it. Walk around it. I just denied that field if you pick up the main set. I don't want to go into the spot if I can afford it. That's right. Let them get a view from there and I'll see what the field of view looks like.
It wasn't funny, you fucking idiot. I miss her. Anyway, so here we are.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm very excited to be on tour.
You're so insensitive, you prick.
I'm sorry.
The
Well,
tour
moving
is
on.
really exciting.
Moving on.
The tour is really exciting. Hold on, before we get started on the tour, check this out.
Whoa.
I am, for those who are audio listeners, what am I showing them, Bill? What is this? What am I
Wow,
showing?
you have such a weird penis.
Yeah, it's a corn. Okay, I'm gonna put my penis away. I'm gonna take this pipe out now. Would you like to comment on this pipe?
Oh, that's another weird word for your penis. You just put your penis away and then pulled it back out. That's so weird.
Damn! I didn't realize you would notice.
Yeah.
That was still my wiener.
Yeah, you
Anyway,
thought I was too dumb, but I'm so smart right now, dude. I'm so smart.
I got myself a really cheap corn pipe. I think it's made out of corn.
Corn cob
or something. Corn cob. Yeah, it's made out of corn cob. Look, and I stuffed it with Smurfs.
Like real Smurfs? Okay, Gargamel. Like, what the fuck's going on with you?
It's a top shelf weed called Smurfs.
Okay,
It's a top
okay.
shelf sativa.
Perfect.
And so I packed it. I got my Smurfs pipe. I haven't hit it even once yet so far. And I wanted to hit it with y'all on this episode before we embark on our conversation, or as we do the conversation. I just wanted to have like a little, I just wanted to feel like Gandalf, low key. I know that this is not the size of pipe, but I feel like he'd appreciate a corncob pipe.
For sure. I feel like corncob pipes are giving more like Prospector than Gandalf, but I'm not gonna.
So should I do this instead?
What the fuck is that?
Oh, this?
Whoa.
Oh, this joint? It's just a joint. It's a Cubano joint.
Yeah.
It's a joint.
If somebody handed that to me, I feel like.
It smells so good.
Yeah, no, I feel like I would be threatened by that. That's a lot. That's a chunker right there you got.
Thank you. I pulled my wiener out for the audio listeners again.
Yeah. No, dude, I gotta say, it'd be a real Reddit pilled moment to be like smoking on that chonker, You gotta drop it in a bar.
Fuck you.
It's your.
No.
I'll do it for. Don't worry, I'll do it for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay if I do it.
Let's listen. Let's do the ASMR on it. I'm gonna put the mic up on it as I do the whole experience. Okay?
He's putting the audio listeners. He's putting the mic up to his penis right now. That's good. How funny would it have been if you lit your mic on fire?
Very funny.
I almost thought it was going to happen. You were getting pretty close on that one, it looked like. Uh-oh. Papa's off that shit. Oof.
Please remove all those sounds. I apologize.
No. We keep them in. We keep them in.
Computer enhance.
I went overboard. I apologize.
Mitch, can you like put a lot of compression on those sounds and really isolate them in the mix when you do
Oh
this?
yeah. I'll do that.
Thank God. Yeah. So
While we do this episode, in the background, don't mind me. I'll also be packing palms because I need to do that anyway. And I figured 2 birds, 1 stone. We talk, pack. I like stimming, so this is like a little stim
yeah,
for me. I'm just gonna pack these suckers.
pack them up. Are those just the normal ones, or are they flavored?
These are normal slims and stuff. I prefer normals personally.
Yeah.
The flavorless ones because I like the flavor of the weed. Although flavored is good because it's usually a capsule in the filter. So what you can do is just smoke it straight halfway and then pop the filter towards the end so that the weed feels less harsh as the resin and the terpenes start to collect around the
For
filter.
sure. It's like the Camel
softens the
Crush.
blow.
It's like the Camel Crush of
Yes.
of blunts,
Yes,
basically.
that's what I used to do with cigarettes too. Back when I used to smoke, I would like crack them only halfway through.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I used to smoke Camel Crushes back in the day. Not anymore.
Yeah.
I
Not
feel like
anymore.
it's like a very specific type of person likes Camel Crushes. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
I feel like I fall
for
into
sure.
that though, for sure. Yeah, but what's been going on other than this tour shit? Because this tour shit's been like pretty all encompassing. Like, what else has been up with you? How are you doing? How's your brain?
Well, the tour shit has been encompassing. You're right because, I mean, there's just so many things happening. There's so many moving parts, and also this will be my first time that I'm on tour on my birthday, and we're doing Denver on my birthday, November 1st, which is so perfect. You know what I mean? I don't know, like, it only makes sense that I'm in Colorado on my birthday
Yeah,
as a weed demon.
for sure. And you only turned 47 once.
Exactly. So I'm very stoked to celebrate the big 4-7.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. I have the best time of my life whenever I'm on the road, especially when I get to perform for people. And this whole album, I've just been really thinking about that the most in terms of like what I've been doing. I've also been on the road a lot. I've tried to I took like a 2-3 week vacation, and I still try to do a little bit of work here and there, but for the most part, I try to take that pressure off. And I've just been going to different places. I've been up in the Smoky Mountains for a while. That was really fun. Yeah, I've just been, I've been cool. And I'm about to go to Minneapolis this week.
That's exciting.
And, finally post up.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I think that'll be really good for you too. Like having like your space and it'd be like back in Minneapolis, like on like your own terms and shit. You know what I mean? Like it'll be cool. It'll be cool.
100%.
Yeah, I've been working on music quietly amongst
Oh.
myself too, which has been
Oh,
fun.
shit. Please do tell.
Yeah, I did a thing on stream the other day where I like listened to a bunch of like old Toonami bumps. And I realized that particularly like the pre-Adult Swim being kind of what it was, Adult Swim, that like Toonami kind of was that for a while. It feels like anyway. Like and their sound selection was like super duper goated. So I found this like house song that they used. I rapped over it, and it's like one of my favorite things I've made in a while. And it was cool to like. I feel like
shit.
one of the things that I enjoyed about it was like I feel like there's a lot of things with like music where it gets like caught up in like, oh, like this is like our jobs now. And so I look at it as like making music is like, okay, is this like a usable thing? And it was something that like I knew like could never like put on streaming. You know what I mean? But it was like cool to just like let loose and just like make some shit just to make some shit. And yeah, so I've been like I had this idea
That's
of
why.
like, yeah.
That's how I do B-sides as well. You should just keep doing that.
Yeah, for sure. Like I was thinking about putting together like a B-sides tape. Not even like I wouldn't even say it's a B-sides tape in that it's not like technically B-sides or whatever. It's just kind of like a mixtape. Something shorter, like 5 or 6 songs.
Oh, I see.
know?
I see. Yeah,
and like putting it out like just on like YouTube, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, like that type shit. and just rapping over stuff like that, like all the maybe even like just using stuff like from those old Toonami bumps, because a lot of that shit slaps, dude. It's so good.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking about like fucking around with that, and I was having a lot of fun with that, and that and just like making music. It's been cool. I've just been doing it after streams. Like I'll just like stream till like 1 a.m. and then I've been doing this thing where I like stay up till like 5 a.m. making shit. And and then just waking up in the morning like, oh, what? Like, you know what I mean? But it's worth it. It's one of those things where it's like in the moment, I'm like thinking like, oh, I should probably go to sleep, but it's like strike when the iron's hot ass moment. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, just been doing that. I've been working on merch stuff for tour for like my merch, which has been cool.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited for people to see
Well,
that.
the merch. Speaking of merch, I mean, first of all, we still have some merch that's being sold on EXOCIETY.net. Cop that. But we're also doing merch that will be exclusive to the tour when we go on tour. There's going to be there will probably be some merch that we've done in the past that's like whatever leftover stuff that we have that will probably sell out within the first 2-3 days of us being on tour. But the rest is all going to be tour exclusive, and we don't intend to reprint that stuff and sell it after the tour. You know what I mean? So if y'all needed any other reasons to come to the show, it would be that. And also, just to quickly clarify, we're doing 2 different types of tickets. It's the same shit that Bill did on his tour and I did on mine, where there's the regular schmegular ticket, which costs like somewhere around $20, right? And then there's the VIP ticket, which should cost around somewhere like $50. And what the VIP offers is the doors are like an hour earlier than for the regular tickets. You get to have access to the merch store before everybody else because of that. You get access to the restroom facilities and wherever you want to sort of be in the crowd.
This one's for the pissers, the real pissers who got to get in there and piss. This is for the pissers. Yeah.
I mean, some people, I know that there's people out there who are big pissers, you know, on God, and they drink a lot, and that is like a selling point for some people, I'm sure.
On God. Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, for real. And then besides that, obviously there's going to be more things. You're going to be getting an exclusive keychain thing, right?
Yes.
That is designed by yours truly. And you're also going to get a one-of-a-kind Polaroid that is signed by both Bill and I. And you'll get to participate in a 30-minute Q&A session with Bill and I in person. So you guys are going to be, whoever pays for a VIP gets to basically have a back and forth with us, you know, like a proper conversation for half an hour. You guys get to ask us whatever you want. Yeah, literally whatever you want. And then, what else would there be? Oh, then there's the show, obviously, right afterwards. Everyone else gets let in. We do the show. And at the end of each show, we try to do meet and greets, like a single line file that starts inside, and then we usually migrate outside so that we're not putting more stress on the venue staff. You know, after a certain hour, people want to go home. And so this is when we usually migrate outside, and we try to have a structure for it each time. And what we do is just try to go through everyone, take pictures, sign stuff, have a brief exchange. But it's not going to be the same as the Q&A stuff, because the Q&A stuff, that's specifically for you to ask questions back and forth. Whereas at the meet and greet, the exchange is going to be a lot more brief. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to be there standing back and having a whole ass conversation. So something to keep in mind. What else? I'm definitely missing stuff, you know?
I mean, I think you hit the most important parts, at least. I think the difference is like, you know, when we're doing the meet and greet at the end, like we do have like a bit of a conversation, but it's like pretty quick in terms of like there's a line and there's like a lot of people, and a lot of times, especially it's going to be in like October, November, a lot of those places it's going to be cold. And it's going to be like those nights are particularly, we try to keep people so no one's freezing their butts off out there.
That's such a good point, Bill. I'm glad you brought this up because I didn't even think about it. But y'all, it's going to be so cold because it's October and November. Sure, some places will be just fine. But you got to keep in mind that you're going to be sweaty. You're going to be sweaty coming outside and standing in line and waiting. So, something to bear in mind. We'll definitely be selling merch at the venue. So hopefully you'll have an extra change of clothes on hand because of that. We'll be supplying you with it if you so choose to purchase it. But yeah, definitely something to keep in mind. We'll do our best. Also, the Q&A portions that we're going to be doing for the VIPs, we intend to try to figure out a way to record the audio for those. And then at the end of the tour, make a compilation of some of our favorite questions and put that out as like a unique Patreon Q&A episode for the Void of Fam patrons.
Yeah. That's gonna be cool. I think that that aspect of it's gonna be sick. Like having there's a chance your question could be in there. There's, you know what I mean? And it's gonna be I'm really looking forward. I really like doing the Q&A stuff. I feel like there's an aspect of it. This is a comfort thing for me, and I kind of want to talk about it. Like, one of the things that gives me strength is like when I interact with the audience before the actual show, because there's a like power in that. Like it gives me this feeling of like, oh, like, okay, I feel like I've already like won them over, so I'm like more confident. I don't know how to describe it. And that's where I get a lot of my energy for shows and stuff, because I feel like there was like the first tour that I didn't do a VIP, and then the second one I did, and I felt there was like a noticeable difference in like how I like was feeling myself. I don't know, it'll be cool.
Yeah,
it's
definitely gonna be cool. We're not doing Canada this year because of logistical complications. It's there's tariffs and things on goods when you move into the country, when you come into Canada and out, and it doesn't make sense to grab everything that you have. It's too expensive and logistically complicated, so you usually have to leave someone behind, and like you put them in a hotel and leave them with a bunch of your merch. You go to Canada, do your thing, come back.
Yeah.
This time around, we couldn't figure that out, and also, even if we could, it would have been too much of a headache and not really worth the trouble. So unfortunately, no Canada this time. We are going to be doing shows sort of hugging the border between Canada and the US, with the exception of Michigan. So I know that's something I really wanted to address. A lot of people are upset that we don't have a show in Michigan. And part of those people being upset is Bill and I, because we love Michigan. We've always wanted to do Detroit. We were aiming for Detroit. We've always done, what do we usually do?
Ann Arbor, down at Blind Pig.
Ann Arbor, right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of close to Detroit, and we couldn't secure anything this time around. The way that these things work, it's more complicated than just like, okay, you got this day, you got this day. It's routing, and so you have to like, all right, this is where we're going to be. Then we're driving here. Do they have an availability? You apply for it, you call, you try to do everything you can. Touring is a complicated endeavor when it comes to setting it up. And unfortunately, we just couldn't get anything in Michigan this time around with the routing we're working. But we are going to be in Chicago, and we're going to be in a bunch of other neighboring states and cities. So we strongly suggest you still consider coming and seeing us out there. And same goes for like all the other places that we're going. We're hitting Florida, but we're only getting to do one city, right? Orlando.
Yeah.
So, if you're from Miami, I'm sorry, but also it shouldn't be as expensive for you to come from Miami to Orlando, for instance, especially if you get your tickets figured out now ahead of time. This is just my advice. And also, we are still figuring out some technical matters behind the scenes with some of these venues and vendors. So if you guys see something that doesn't make sense, or you guys are confused about something, for instance, when we first posted the posters, it said that Nashville, which is the final day that we're doing, was on the 22nd of November. It's actually on the 20th. And that will be reflected in the final poster, the one that we're actually printing and will be selling on tour. But if there's any other confusion or things like that you don't know, we've been trying to be very active with, like, in all the comments sections for this, and trying to explain everything the best we can.
Yeah.
And help you out. So we appreciate y'all asking and engaging, for real. And we appreciate your patience as we figured these things out. Again, 30 cities means 30 different vendors, means at least 60 different people that we're dealing with.
For sure, it's a lot
at any given time.
I do want to bring up a few things. There's a few things that have been like FAQs that I did want to like bring up. So one of which is actually one that just got solved. So a lot of people were mentioning that Denton, Texas was like the VIP wasn't showing up. We just got pinged that they fixed that and that's up now. So if you were looking and you were waiting to get a ticket for VIP, you can get it now. VIP's up in Denton, Texas. If you go keepthechangetour.com, you can get it there. Another thing that we're trying to figure out is in Chicago, we were told originally that it was going to be 17 plus, and then the venue just all of a sudden said 21 plus. We've been actively trying to get it back down to 17 plus. So if you've been looking and you'd be like, oh, I'm 20, I can't go. Keep your eyes open because our guy is fairly certain that we can get it down to 17 plus. So keep your eyes open for that. That's another thing. But yeah, just stuff like that has been going on, and it's kind of unavoidable. Like it's a part of the whole situation. Sometimes it's so many people. So but those are the two big ones right now that I've been seeing is that Denton, Texas did not have VIP. It does now. You can cop it right the fuck now if you wanted to. Yeah. Another thing is Chicago should be going to 17 plus. So hopefully that goes through soon. They said they were having a staff meeting about it today. I'm not trying to bore y'all with those details, but yeah. So we're figuring it out.
Also, we're trying to figure out the tickets. Was it one of the shows where we're trying to figure out the VIP stuff?
Yeah, that's something else. That's kind of like neither here nor there. That's not. Okay, they're not going to see that. So yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry, apologies. But yeah, there's a lot of moving parts, and we're figuring things out. So if there's anything that we're missing, please do point it out for us, and we'll try to address it to the best of our abilities.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but we're very stoked. It's always feels like you're just traveling with your. It feels like a road trip with your family, you know? And you guys are my family. You guys are the only family that I feel like I really have. I'm
your uncle.
And okay, you're my little bro. But it's, I feel like it's more than just like a lot of what we do is work. A lot of it is pleasure. But this, like the touring stuff, like I know it's a lot of fun for others. And I know it's like a lot of it is work, but it almost doesn't feel like work once we're on the road. It is when I feel the strongest, most powerful, most happy. You know what I mean? And
most high.
Well, I don't know about that.
I will definitely be at my most high because I'm gonna be around people who are like, hey man. I say people. It's mostly gonna be you. Like, hey man, you should hit this with me. You're
I'm not gonna be like.
You're so the dude. In like, those like anti-drug PSAs, those Reagan era ones, you're so that kid who'd be like, look at this pot. Oh, what are you, chicken? That's gonna be you all tour, dude. Like,
no. I'm the kind of guy who's like, I'm consuming my own thing, and I'm like, and I feel bad to not offer it to others. So I'm like, hey, you want to hit this? And then you guys usually go, I'm good, or like, okay, let me hit it. I try to not pressure y'all. I think these things that you're saying, right? But I'm not.
Yeah, what are you, chicken?
Expressing them.
That's you in your head, dude.
Anytime I'm like, hey, Bill, want to hit this? And you're like, nah, I'm good right now. I want to be kind of awake for this. In my head, I go,
yeah, exactly. No, I feel like I actually think about this sometimes. If I hit the weed as much as you did, like how much shittier I would operate because of the way I am when I smoke. Like I'm gonna be like I'm already that dude where like there's something happen, I'm like, I don't feel like doing this. You know what I mean? Like if like it's amplified so hard that I'm so the stereotypical like lazy stoner when I smoke weed all the time.
I see. Yeah. I like to. It helps organize my brain. Unrelated to all of these things, I wanted to talk about an injury I incurred.
Talk about that.
A couple days ago that I didn't tell you about. But before going for a little road trip, I was packing my bag, and it was a duffel bag, and so I have it out like this in front of me. And one of the last things I'm packing is my laptop. And I'm pushing the laptop down, and with one hand, and the other hand, I'm trying to zip it, right? And it's like really packed. So I'm pushing it down like this, but then I just push with my thumb, right? And my thumb goes all the way back and touches my arm. The back of this right here. And when it goes, and so it's been hurting a lot since then. I've definitely fucked my cartilage here. But it's recovering pretty good. I've been doing recovery exercises and stuff.
That's the worst.
But because of it, I really struggle to do most things. So I've been using my teeth and right hand. And
You use your teeth to jerk off.
yeah. I use the teeth to jerk off and my right hand to play with my balls.
Yeah.
Just like I'm sucking myself and playing with my balls. Thanks for that, Bill. Yeah, that's
sure.
great.
For sure.
So I'm glad. So I just wanted to say that don't do that. Don't be mean. Don't put all of your body weight onto your thumb.
No, don't do that.
Dude, that sucks so bad. It went, and then as soon as it did, I heard like a little sound, and it went back into place. I jolted up and started running around.
Like
No,
that.
I was like, no, I was running around going,
That's the worst. Bro turns into Jim Carrey when he's hurt, dude.
I
Like,
threw my whole hand in the ice tray in the freezer, and I was just like not really feeling it. I'm still feeling the pain. I'm like,
yeah. Yeah, you probably
good.
real life dislocated your thumb. That's like realistically what happened, right?
I think so. I think I might have pulled a muscle and just fucked some of the cartilage up. But luckily, I didn't break nothing because it kind of became a little sausagey for like a day and a half, but nothing where I was like, yo, I got to take this to the doc type shit, you know?
Yeah.
And now it's recovering. And I just have to be really careful because if I did indeed fuck my cartilage up, oh my God, I didn't mean to do this.
Your Discord's going crazy right now, dude.
Okay.
It's like making the quality worse every time. It's like struggling so hard.
For those that are just watching, can you explain to them what's been happening?
Okay, so Rav is going on. First of all, Rav is a little framey right now because of his Wi-Fi issues. But now every time on his Discord, for whatever reason, when he does a thumbs up or a double thumbs up or a peace sign, it does like an animation and it just slows it down even more. It's like the funniest
Fireworks
looking.
threw me off. The
Yeah.
fireworks are crazy.
Yeah, we got fireworks, we got a thumbs up animation, we got balloons, hearts. Like it's
I
just
could probably turn it off, but I like it.
no. I think it's it's got charm.
It's got charm. It's got character.
Yeah, it's got
Threw me
panache.
off. It threw me. I look over at my screen, and underneath you, I just see fireworks. I'm like, what does that mean?
You're like, oh God, what?
I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
What were we saying? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I just got to be careful, I guess, because if I damage the cartilage there, it's kind of one of those things that, like, oh, well, that's my thumb's just gonna be weaker for the rest of my life. I need to be careful not to injure it like that again, because when I'm gonna be old, that's when I'm gonna feel this.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think like dislocating your thumb and doing that, I think it'll like kind of fix itself a little bit, but you're like you're more susceptible to getting arthritis when you're old.
Yeah.
But hopefully, like by the time you're old, they'll like have cured arthritis, right? Like that's like a thing
That would be
could
so
happen,
good.
Right?
I would really love that if they could fix that, because I'm definitely gonna have a lot of arthritis. Like, I already have I've had instances. I'm pretty sure it's gout. I think we've talked about this before. I've had gout. Like, I'll have it like 3 times a year or so, on my toes or something, or the back of my foot. That just sucks. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, it'll wake you up in the middle of the night because it's so painful. And I'm just like, man, when I'm going to be old, my body's going to be like this?
Yeah.
Going to be like a lot of my body like this? That sucks.
Yeah,
So I'm going to start saving up money for morphine for when I'm old.
Yeah, either that or you could save up money for like adamantium skeleton. Okay, that too. An adamantium gun.
An adamantium gun, yeah. And I'm just like, just going around threatening doctors to help me.
Fix it. Fix it.
Fix it. There's something wrong with me. Fix it.
Yeah, I don't know if I have like arthritis in my foot yet, but they said that I definitely would have arthritis, like because of my they were
a thumbs up as you said arthritis. My screen did a thumbs up.
yeah, they told me, they were like, yeah, you're kind of fucked. Like, they were like, there's no way to get around it. You're gonna have arthritis in your foot. And I will say, like, I don't know if I have arthritis yet, or what arthritis feels like, but just like that dull feeling like my ankle is stiff all the time is like always there. It's not like bad. It's actually okay. I was talking about this the other day. Like, I do this thing sometimes where I'll like put my weight from my other foot onto the top of my other foot to kind of like almost massage my foot. And that feels so good that it's almost worth, like, it's like you wouldn't like getting your back scratched wouldn't feel good if you didn't have an itch in the first place. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a fair trade-off that at any moment, like right now I'm doing it, like I could do it and I'm like, damn, that shit feels so fucking good, you know? So it's like kind of worth it, you know?
Yeah, that sounds worth it.
That's
sounds
insane.
What's insane about it?
Well,
What's it?
you're like,
Talk
yo,
about it.
this awful injury I had is kind of worth it because I can like make my foot feel a little bit nice.
All the time though,
All
like
the
at any moment, like me doing it, it's like I'm struggling right now not to be like, oh fuck, that's
Mitch,
just,
it's like that fungus on the tip of your dick. You
Yeah.
know? Where it's like,
Oh,
on the one hand,
yeah.
it sucks that you got it, but on the other hand, when you're
Yeah.
hard, it's like,
Yeah, and it
tickles
feels
you
really
in a
good
nice
when
way.
I feel it off.
yeah,
Stop!
yeah.
Sorry.
That's
This
now
is
that's
an
crazy.
awful-
Now that's
This is
crazy.
the episode where we're promoting the tour and we're being so fucking stupid.
We're being
But I
so
guess it's all right.
crass right now.
We are being crass.
Did
I'm
you
sorry.
see? Did you see that thing that Flacco made? That was a like a Void FM advice hour bingo.
Oh, can one of y'all pull it up?
Yeah, he sent it in the Discord.
Yeah, I'll get it.
They sent it in the Discord.
Thank you. Yeah, because that
hold
was
on.
great. I remember y'all posting it in the chat yesterday.
I got it pulled up.
Oh, Rav, you're muted.
Hey, Rav, you're muted. My name's Bill. Hey, Rav, you're muted.
That's so funny, dude. That's so funny. Maybe you should die a
Hey,
terrible
what's
death.
up? Hey, what's up, y'all? My name's Kill Bill. I
My
was just
name-
watching Pokemon while playing with Goku, my little action figure of Goku. I was watching the Pokemon episode and Pikachu is strong. I like that. I like when Pikachu's strong. Goku's strong. Pikachu's strong. Shit, I'm strong, I guess. Because I just like a lot of strong little Japanese things, you know? God, I love them Japanese folks and their media. Man, I just wish those Western pigs would stop censoring all the stuff coming from Japan. I want to see it. Show me all of it. I want everything. Follow me at God. I am Kill Bill.
Are you
You can
done?
do an impression of me. You can do an impression of me. I promoted your stuff for
My
you
name-
there. I am Kill Bill.
Every time I hear that, it makes me think of our friend Gino, who would just be, my name QB. Do you remember that? He would just walk
Yeah, I do.
around. Like, I remember when we met him in Boston, we met up with him. And then I remember at one point we made eye contact when no one else was, and he was just like, my name QB. And I was like, fuck, I forgot. How could I have
That's so
forgotten?
funny.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
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 You never do an impression of me, man. It's like you don't care about me.
But it feels like every time I go to do it, it's one of those things where you're gonna be like, hey, do an impression of me. Just like, hey, do your Donald. I did Donald Trump the other day on stream, and it was the worst thing I've
Can you
ever
hear it?
done. It was like,
we hear it?
it sounded like I can't remember what I said, but it sounded like vaguely European at the end of it. And I was like, I'm never doing this again. Like, when anyone ever says like, hey, do an impression of such and such, I'm never doing it again. I've made it hard.
Wait. That's not true. Hold on. You can't. You have to do one exception because there is one specific impression that you do so well that you have to do for me now, and it's my favorite one that you do. It's Christopher Walken.
Okay, I can do this. I can do this. All right.
You got this, baby boy.
What should he say? Like, I need him to say something.
Let's say you're like
For some reason, I want
trying to figure out how to buy tickets for the show.
Okay, for some reason, what popped up in my head was something vastly different. And I want to do that first. It just these.
Okay, do that first, and then pivot to Keep the Change tour.
These towels. And that's it. It just popped up in my head like I'm just coming across some towels. Go, these towels.
These towels. Yeah. Okay. That's really good, Bill. That's really
Thanks.
good. Now, now be Christopher Walken trying to buy tickets to our tour.
I went to keepthechangetour.com and I clicked the link to Denton and I noticed there was no VIP. Is that good?
No, it's amazing.
Why?
Why?
Why? Yeah, that's really good. Okay, now do an impression of me, because, if you can nail a Christopher Walken like that, you could definitely do me.
Okay. My name's Rav.
My name's Rav.
Is that good?
That is true.
My
I
name
do
is
be saying
Rav.
shit like that.
My name Rav. I don't know what even.
Let's just be like, oh, okay. Say something I would say to the audience when I'm on tour on stage in between songs.
Well, okay, like actually, I don't know if I can get the voice down, but you say stuff such as, but not limited to, take care of yourself. So be like, take care of yourself, like that. Like you gotta know yourself. Priorities. These are all on the bingo card, by the way. All those things.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
As you're saying all these things, I'm like, am I like one of those like self-help gurus?
Yeah.
It's like you get to know yourself.
You're like really
buy my book.
close. Like you're not, but you're so close.
Yeah, I am so. If I was selling a product, then I would. That's the only thing that's missing. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm not selling any product.
Yeah, but seriously, if you, but yeah, you should. Yeah, we're not selling any product, but if you're not subscribed to the tier 2 patrons, you gotta do that.
Bill, let's based off of this Void FM advice bingo. Well, first, let's read out the entries on it. I guess before anything, what are the 9 bingo Void FM advice entries?
Okay, so in the top left, we've got Bill tells a story.
You're good at those.
Yeah, I lost this, by the way, doing the advice segment yesterday, which is coming out next week.
Oh,
I
yeah.
lost this, very quickly. I did tell a story.
Damn, you just told us the story about telling a story.
Yeah, that's what I do. I pointed out, like, it is a little insane to not expect someone to tell a story on a podcast.
On a podcast.
Yeah, but
No, but I
do,
think what they mean by that is
yeah.
like you're way better at telling stories than I am. I don't think I'm awful, but you have a fantastic talent for pacing yourself and building up to a thing. You'll go wash your hands, get a little bit of water on your pants, and come back with an incredible story. Like, bro,
Yeah.
the water shot out and almost took my dick off. Like, you're really good at. Like you'd be definitely you're gonna be such a good old man.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Like
I'm
sitting around a
practicing.
fire.
I'm practicing already.
Yeah.
I can't. I
Yeah,
do want to
so-
point out. I can't wait to be an old man. Like,
You already are. Kind of. Sorry. You go ahead.
so the one underneath that one is another one, just for sure.
That's a good
Which
one.
is that's a really
good
good
one.
one. That's a
That's
really
really
good
good.
one. I lost that almost immediately.
Yeah.
Even after reading it. Okay, so says take good care of yourself, Rav. Yeah.
Yeah. I do be saying shit like that.
Yeah. The one in the top there says Rav makes a sexual your mom joke.
I don't know. I haven't done that today.
You are the okay. I was thinking about this the other day. You are the only person I know that actively makes your mom jokes.
Why thank you.
You're doing
I'll
great.
take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Also, I think I am the only 32-year-old that has this high volume of mom jokes.
Yeah. No, I don't think that it's something you should take out of your life. I think you should keep it. It's endearing. It's a strong quality, especially with how committed you are to my mother.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
You start to see him coming after a while. Just like,
Yeah.
never mind. Okay.
Well,
so,
this is why. No. This is why I need to level up. I
yeah.
need to level it up because you've been seeing them coming. I'm not gonna see even that one right there. I'm
That's
not
why I
gonna
was-
turn that into some sort of semen thing, because I'm going to surprise you in the future. You won't know when the your mom joke's coming. You won't. You will expect one. You'll wait for it, and then you'll be disappointed when it doesn't come.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, you'll wake up in the middle of the night, and there I am with your mother in front of you.
Yeah.
Or something.
Okay, so-
Metaphorically speaking.
So the next one is Rav mentions making priorities. You do that a lot. Although I do think it is good advice. You have talked about making priorities quite a lot.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So the next one is I'm just gonna parrot what he said, Bill or Rav.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna phrase that differently going forward, because now I'm self-conscious about it.
Yeah. I'll just say ditto.
Yeah, ditto, like that. Ditto,
Like the Pokemon and
like the
Goku
Pokemon.
and- I like Pokemon. My name's Kill Bill the Rapper. I am Kill Bill.
Wait, can I point out? There was something else. There's something else. The only impression that I like to do is of, well, two people at the same time. What's the guy's name? Is it Muscle Man? Muscle Man from from regular show, who also sounds almost exactly like Kuwabara.
My mom.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, you know who else has a spirit gun? You're a Meshi? My mom. Like, I really like doing that.
Yeah, that is good. That is actually good.
That is
Yeah,
like one
it's
of
like
your
the-
really good impressions.
Yeah, okay. Mitch is pressed for time, puts the Italian hand emoji in chat. This number?
Yeah, I
It's
think
basically us putting pressure on Mitch all the time by like going way over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He lives in a state of anxiety through most of that, I think. you
for
know?
people who aren't in the Patreon, when we do the advice segment, I look at how many people are in the call, and I'll figure out like how much time we can dedicate for each question. And
Yeah.
when we start going over the time, I do like the little like, "Hey, pasta pizza" emoji 3 times in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets bigger and
it get-
bigger and
yeah.
bigger.
It gets ignored
Yeah.
like 80% of the time.
I see it.
No, I'm,
I
I'm
see
kidding.
it.
No.
I'm kidding.
I see it, but I'm like, okay, he put that sign up. I need to start wrapping it up. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's like so personal. That is where I'm like, yo, I get that we need to be wrapping this, but like, I'm not gonna speed run the end of this.
For-
Like,
No, I
gotta-
know. Yeah,
I gotta
it's
give him
just
the
like
full spectrum.
letting y'all know.
For wrestling
yeah,
fans out there, it's the equivalent of when like a referee tells you to stop doing something, like tells a wrestler to stop doing something, because there's like 6 more of those coming before there's an actual disqualification. So yeah, it's like one of those, you know, when they're like, hey, and they start counting and they get to 4 and they're about to go to 5, but then they don't count to 5, that type shit. It's kind of that. So, okay, so someone goes robot due to poor connection. That happened.
Discharged.
Yeah, well, that happens to even the people who are more often to the people who are asking questions. I
True.
think.
True.
Yeah,
We
but-
have better
yeah.
connections than them usually.
Yeah. And then the last one of my favorites is Rav makes a metaphor that involves ass, dicks, pussies, or farts.
Do I really do that?
You gotta put your whole
I guess
pussy
I
in
do,
it.
huh?
Type
Yeah,
beat,
put your
you know?
whole pussy into it. Yeah, you do. I feel like it's mostly pussies, but you do make a lot of crass and crude metaphors. That's okay. I mean, that's fine. You know, I just wouldn't
That's
take you.
okay.
I just wouldn't like take you around like a certain set of my friends. You know what I mean?
Man, you would hate being all the places I've been, and I've been talking to people so much.
And you're just
being-
like, look at this pussy here, partner.
yeah, not quite like that, but yeah, I guess so.
What is this,
Yeah.
Pussy Town, USA?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, that's what you do when you
into
enter
it.
a town. Yeah.
I walk into McDonald's and I'm like, is this Pussy Town, USA? No, I'm pretty like, I mean, for those that actually are curious to know what I'm like, I'm just I'm very I don't think like I'm gross on purpose or anything like that, you know? I don't think I use crass language because I'm like, hey, yeah, that's red pussy and farts. It's more so like it's a lot of the expressions that I've borrowed just happen to kind of
Yeah. I think that's the
involves
word.
genitalia.
That is kind of like the way the world is going too.
Yeah.
I think this isn't just. Yeah. Well, we got through the Void FM advice bingo.
We should also mention this was made by one of our tier 2 patrons, Flacco.
Nick.
Yes. Yep. Shout out, Nick.
Future.
Yeah. So if you ever want to be around for these and witness us do these in real time, voidfm.net, go to the Patreon and sign up for a tier 2 sub. You can be in an advice segment with us bi-weekly. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking
and,
at the Rav makes a metaphor that involves ass dicks, pussies, and farts, and I feel like I've let y'all down this episode because I ain't do none of that.
I feel like you did some at some point. You had to have.
Yeah. I definitely talked about wiener at the start, but that was your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, just blame it on me, huh? Just blame it on me. Just because I like talking about wiener, then you like talking about wiener. Grow up. Grow up.
Grow up. Bill, what the fuck is our Patreon about?
Listen, man, $5. You give it to us, you can get access to an extra episode per week. So that's 4 episodes a month, assuming there's 4 weeks in a month. And we also have fun things. I dropped a little B-sides thing on there that's like all the stuff from Snow Globe Theory, like a bunch of the instrumentals I made and stuff that were demos that were cut. You know, we dropped pictures.
Over 20 tracks.
Yeah, over 20 tracks on that bad boy. 22, I think, to be exact. And yeah, we drop pictures and all this kind of cursed stuff on there all the time. However, the real sauce is in the $20 tier, where you can talk with us directly in an advice segment bi-weekly. That's not 2 times a week. That's 2 times a month. I've learned.
Every fortnight.
Yeah, every fortnight battle pass. You get to talk to us, and you get to be in one of the episodes, or I guess 2 of the episodes, technically, if you wanted to, for that month. So it's and it's released behind the paywall, and you can also possibly have your question featured at the end of the segment. Sorry, this segment at the end of the episode during the Patreon. You know, what's the teaser segment? Yeah. So go over there. Go there. Check it out. Click the button where the money goes to us, and we figure out how did you get the access to things. That's how the world works. Damn, I'm so good at this. VoidFM.net. Also, keepthechangetour.com. Come see us on tour. Come see us on tour. Do it. It's so much fun.
Keepthechangetour.com. Keepthechangetour.com. Sorry, keep going. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Keepthechangetour.com. Yeah, it's so much fun. I'm really looking forward to rapping the words with you guys, doing some new music, doing a few old musics. Square, No One Important are going to be there on select cities. Other select cities, we're going to have Love Sad Kid, Dom, and Melty Cannon. It's going to be super exciting. You probably already heard us talk about this, but we're talking about it again. Fuck you.
Please give us your time by coming out and seeing us. Let's have a good time together. You know, I didn't get to mention this earlier, but for us, we like to think that our community is like a safe space for a lot of people. And when we do these shows, there's like tons and tons of trans kids in the audience, and it makes us feel very happy that we've managed to like cultivate this kind of community that is very welcoming and caring. And when people come out to our shows, a lot of the people end up making friends at our shows because there's just happen to be a lot of overlapping interests and things like that. So I strongly suggest you guys come out. If you've never been to a show, I think this is a good first show to come out to. Again, given now that we've also had some more experience, we can't wait to keep refining what it is that we have been doing and just adding on to it, trying new things, and hopefully making for a great time. When you come out to one of our shows, I want you to leave your worries and anxieties at the door, in the sense that like when we're performing, we're doing, like, just be comfortable, whatever it is that you want to do. You know, if you want to wild out, sing, close your eyes, whatever you want to do, right? Like just do it. Be yourself. You're not going to be judged. No one's like sitting there and watching you and caring about like what it is that you're doing. Everyone is just experiencing the moment, you know, together. Does this sound weird, what I'm trying to explain?
No. It's definitely like a shared experience where people can kind of let loose and be themselves, and it's like a judgment-free zone. It feels like I know like everyone always says like, oh man, I love my fans or whatever, but I really feel like our fan base is super duper wholesome and super duper fun to be around. And I've seen a lot of people too, like who were going alone to shows, and then they'd be in our Discord and be like, hey, who's going to this show? And then they'd like make friends online, and then they'd like meet up with them there instead of like wanting to just go alone. You know, I think that shit's really cool, and it's cool to see that like the community kind of has each other's backs in a lot of ways. And I feel real lucky that that's the people that we're working with and the type of vibe that we're on. So
for real. Yeah. So thank you so much to those who've already copped the tickets. Thank you to all who've come to our shows before, and hopefully we will see you all in October and November. But yeah, Rav, Bill, and Mitch signing out. Thank you for tuning in to Void FM. We'll see you on the Patreon episode. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. Much love.
Oh yeah, peace. Much love. Thank y'all. Peace.
Take good care of yourself and your mom. Put your whole pussy into it. Make sure you're making priorities. This is where you say for sure. For sure. For sure. I'm gonna parrot what Rav's saying on this one. Yeah. For sure. By the way, I had a dream the other night, and I felt like it was a good time to talk about it. So I had a.
The following is a preview of this week's Patreon exclusive episode. Available now over on the Void FM podcast Patreon.
Hello, I'm going to be doing some creepypasta readings for you all. We're going to be reading Jeff the Killer original story. Wait, says Lou. They all looked up to see him holding a knife. The officers pulled their guns and locked them on Lou. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, Jeff, it looks like you're a killer. I have a special story. I actually wrote a story called The Groundhog's Revengeance, Death Comes for Us All. I woke up one morning at 3:33 a.m. Half of the devil's number, mind you. I don't fuck with the groundhogs. That holiday is trash. You don't even get the day off.